And on today's show, why advisors should sell executive and key person insurance. Part 3 of this week's series on business owner and executive solutions with Principal Regional Vice President Sherry Flint. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and contributing author to Backroom Technician and Innsmouth. Let's get down to business. Welcome to the show, Sherry.
Thank you.
Well, we're talking all this week about Principal's comprehensive approach to business. Now, people say, Steve, you'd never ever put a regular carrier and do a whole week on their carrier product, but I haven't found a carrier that does the comprehensive business approach like they have and the support mechanism. If you missed Monday's show, I just really encourage you to go back out and watch it because the support mechanism of the fiduciary, they have a whole fiduciary team, they're data collectors, all the brochures, there's so much to that, and it's all part and parcel of their package. They really are one of the biggest players in this market in the United States, and it's very few time when I can bring a carrier in here and say, just do the whole week. So good for you, kudos to you. Let's talk about key person insurance. I'm looking at I have people that are headhunting all the time. I hear about, hey Steve, you know anybody in this area? I'm looking for this kind of person. And when I say, well, do you want a rainmaker or do you want a high-end exec admin person that runs the operations? And a lot of times, of course, they're all looking for rainmakers. So the guy comes to me and says, I need a key person, a real impact player, a person that can bat forth in the lineup. When I'm looking at a key person, I think sometimes our employers, our business owners forget, hey, this person who's not an owner is a major player. He's a franchise piece of our business. We should really be attending to him as a key person and indemnify ourselves if something happened to him. Talk a little bit about your approach and how you look at it.
You know, I completely agree. I think key person insurance is a critical component of business planning. Every business owner has one or two or more key employees that are critical to the ongoing operation of the business. And it's somebody different for every organization. It could be somebody with, significant amount of knowledge of the industry. It could be a salesperson. It could be the office manager, somebody that's been with you for 30 years. A key person is somebody, if they were gone tomorrow, there would be a financial hardship to replace them. And when I say gone tomorrow, it could be due to death, because they become sick or hurt and can't come to work tomorrow from a disability, or it could be they go to work for the competition. The question is, how do you protect against the loss of a key employee?
Well, now, I understand the loss of a person dying. I understand the loss of a person becoming disabled. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going to keep person, sometimes that's what we're going to talk about in the second half about executive bonus. Well, how do I keep him there?
Absolutely.
He didn't die and he didn't get disabled, but he might be recruited away from me. Now, when we're talking about basic ideas, again, we go back to this thing, well, I had a key man insurance policy with no key man provision. I have no documents. I have disability. I bought the disability, shockingly enough. I have the disability, but I don't have a disability buyout or a disability for my key person. I start to look at things like this. When I do a feasibility study or I'm doing a review, what does that entail when you come to the plate with your comprehensive approach?
Well, you can do key person as a standalone, right? Every business needs key person, especially when we have newer, younger organizations. We want to just protect against the loss. We want to mitigate that risk. But when we start getting into comprehensive planning and we maybe do a business valuation, we make sure they have a buy-sell agreement in there, or maybe they have a buy-sell and we're doing a review. We want to make sure that there's critical components in there. The loss of a, not only for the loss of a key shareholder, but the disability of a key shareholder. So we want to make sure that the terms and conditions in the buy-sell agreement actually match up with the financing. So we do want to make sure that we have life insurance and disability insurance on the owners. And then we also want to look from a risk management standpoint, who else in the organization is critical to the ongoing success and how do we protect against that loss?
You just brought up this point because I mentioned at the front of the segment, many times we look at we quarantine our key person definition by who is rainmaker, who's the revenue person. But we have people that are running the show, operations, behind the scenes, probably not as glamorous as a rainmaker. And without them, our complete business would fall apart. We need somebody that really runs the show, holds the reins, does the daily grind issues, and that person is sometimes just as important as a rainmaker. And many times that middle management area is the area where you're going to have a problem. When you see this, I noticed that you had a little question here. Do you see more term life insurance versus permanent life insurance on a key person in this? Are we just indemnifying?
It depends. So if I want to just protect against the loss of a key employee from a death, you know what? Term insurance is a great, low-cost, effective way to do that. If I want to protect for living benefits, I want to protect against you from leaving to go work for the competition. You know what? I need to have some type of a permanent policy with some cash value that I can use, perhaps to create a golden handcuff to keep you with the company. So, it really just depends on the goals and objectives of the business owner. Term can work very well as a basic risk protection sale, and then permanent insurance can be great when we want to add that retention strategy to it.
I also noticed on one of your resources or tools, you have an online calculator that works with this. Talk a little bit about that, because that's pretty easy to use, right? I thought it was going to be hard.
It's simple and easy. You know, here's the thing. We always get asked, how much key person do I need? And you know what? The amount is different for every business, right? How important, how critical is that person to your organization, and how difficult are they to replace? And so what we do is we have this very simple and easy calculator. You put in, the name of the person, we put in their age, we put in their income, their salary, their bonuses. If it's an owner, we want to look at, is there any debt that we need to consider as part of the key person funding? And then what we do is we run it through a calculator, and it actually comes out low-level benefits, mid-level benefits, and high-level benefits. So anywhere from 1 to 10 times salary, or 1 to 10 times the multiples, to determine what that face amount is to protect against. And then from there, we actually include a term calculator. So it'll actually run our 10, 20, 30-year, 15-year level term. It'll give you quotes on the spot. And then, if you also want to look at the supplemental retirement, please, where we have the cash value insurance, we'll run those separately for you. Simple and easy.
We come back, I want to talk about that, because now we've talked about indemnifying the business owner, but hey, maybe I need to do something for that key person from an executive bonus plan. We'll talk about that right after the break. It's not how much money you make for your clients, it's how much money they get to keep, especially in retirement. But retirement income could cause Social Security benefits to be taxed. One tax advantage alternative is life insurance, designed as a non-modified endowment contract that can generate tax-free income without taxing Social Security benefits. These contracts offer differing funding options depending upon your client's risk tolerance. For more information on how life insurance can be part of your retirement planning, just email me at steve@downtobusiness.tv. Brought to you by Ash Brokerage, the practice enhancement company. Well, welcome back to our second segment. Of course, we're with our expert in comprehensive business planning, Sherry Flint. And Sherry, we talked in the first segment on key person, but that was for our side. We're the business owner. We need to indemnify ourselves, whether the guy's dead, disabled, or whatever. I'm looking now at the other part, though. I need to keep this person around. There's headhunters out there going after great people, and if I have a good person, a franchise player, I need to protect that person and make him feel that we have the love. And to do that, I need to extend some kind of executive bonus plan. Let's talk about the key person first.
Key person bonus. Every organization has one or more key folks that are critical to the ongoing operation of the business. The question is we can protect our against from a risk management standpoint from death and disability, but what about how do we keep them from going to work for the competition? Supplemental retirement plans work very well, and executive bonus in particular are very, very popular. They've been around for years. They're currently deductible. They're simple and easy to set up, and they can provide a great benefit without giving up ownership of the company. So bonus plans are very, very popular, and who can't use an unlimited Roth IRA, which is essentially what they are, right? We're overfunding life insurance, and we're pulling out money tax-free. In this tax rate environment, that's pretty popular.
Now, when I'm setting up an executive bonus plan using you have the data collector, of course, you have all the information for this. If I'm looking at, am I really looking at different forms of, am I using index versus current assumption UL? Do I have to go through a risk tolerance test before I find out what product I'm using?
I think that, every key person's different, right? And so that's why we offer a variety of products, right? We have variable life for those that are younger that want to take more risk. We have, UL, current assumption products for those that are a little more conservative. And we have an index product that's right in the middle. So I would say, we look at each, key person. We determine what their, time horizon is between now and when they want to separate from service, and we figure out what does the business owner want to offer. Do they want to offer something a little more guaranteed? Do we want to take a little more, make something look and feel more like a 401k? So you know what? That's why we have a whole platform of products that you can use to fund a bonus plan.
So I've taken care of my employee, my key person, but now what do I want to do for myself? And when I see this person getting tax-free, you just said tax-free, I'm going like, well, that's great. That's for him. Maybe I wanted to extra above and beyond my 401k, my own, as a business owner, can I use this? And does it really make sense if I'm just an LLC and an S Corp?
I'll tell you what, bonus plans work for everybody. They work for business owners, LLCs, S Corp, C Corp owners. They work for key employees, but you can't go wrong with a bonus plan. They work for everybody. So if I'm a business owner, especially if we've done the valuation, we've done some business planning, now we recognize that maybe there's a shortfall between what the business is going to provide at retirement versus what we have, or maybe I'm not able to save enough in my 401k and I get some extra cash. A bonus plan always works. So as an S Corp owner or an LLC owner or a C Corp owner, I can easily justify, get my money out of the company, pay my taxes, invest in something that grows tax deferred that'll give me tax-free income. And we actually do have specific proposals for S Corp and LLC owners, because sometimes they might want to use dividends versus wages and compensation, or maybe owner distribution to fund those policies. So we have proposals that speak specifically to S Corp owners, LLC owners, and then just general bonus plans.
Okay, so I'm hearing a little bit of a differentiation here. Because traditional 162 bonus plans are double bonus, however you're looking at it. But now I actually am using different paperwork, if I'm understanding correctly, to really segment out certain markets. Because I have people that go, I'm an S Corp, therefore 62 bonus is just robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm not even good, just not even worth it. But you have found a way to actually talk about this and specifically segment that market. Here's C, here's S, here's LLC, and here's how we use bonus plans within those entities.
Absolutely. And you know what? The conversation's just different, right? The conversation of a business owner, let's get your money out of the company, let's pay your taxes, let's give you tax-free income, is different than the let's look at a plan that'll attract and retain key talent and maybe help them, create a down payment for the business down the road. Here's the key. We have the tools and resources to open the conversations. We have all the documents you need to put them in place. We have a whole suite of products that you can use to fund those. And you know what? We do the administration complimentary.
Wow. So the cost of this is not, and are we giving docs out too? I mean,
we give sample documents.
Okay, they're not the documents used, just examples.
We provide sample documents in a Word format so that you can take them to an attorney and customize them. The business owner can do that. And you know what? You want to build in the provisions that make sense. So for example, if you're my key person, I might want to put in a vesting schedule there. I might want to create a golden handcuff. So you know what? We want to customize that. So we do provide the documents to have the restrictive agreements, the provisions of the plan, all of that.
I think one of the things that we're talking about when we're talking about executive bonus plans, because we're always trying to think, well, why am I giving this person extra money, extra benefits? Because she's a key player. So we're always looking at that issue. Is they're great revenue makers. No, they're running my show. They're very good admin people. And remember, one of the big things, especially as I've noticed as we're pulling away from the recession, the headhunters, I don't know, they seem to be coming out of the woodwork right now. And for me to retain somebody and really hold my person so he doesn't get tempted to the dark side of somebody else, my competition especially, I really need to be able to talk about these kind of benefits that are above and beyond the traditional 401k or other ERISA product line I might be in.
I completely agree with you. I mean, it's all about recruiting, rewarding, retaining, and helping your key employees retire, right? If they're happy, they'll stick around.
Well, I like all the documentation that you do and all the support, feasible studies. Now you're talking about bringing sample docs to the table. I think this is all so supportive, and that's why I like your turnkey approach. It's comprehensive, it goes A to Z, and I'm going to get help at site, on site. If I need it, you're going to fly something there to help me.
We can provide point-of-sale assistance.
To me, that's huge. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Remember, before moving forward with any of the ideas on our show, always consult your tax advisor, legal counsel, or your broker-dealer compliance officer. Missed an episode? Just go out to our site at downtobusiness.ashbrokerage.com. Want to email me? steve@downtobusiness.tv. And remember, you could be wiser as an Ash Brokerage advisor. I'm Steve Savant. We'll see you.